Hi, Mark Abbott here, Miramichi Salmon Association. Today is Friday, June the 5th, and it's our time for a weekly update. So water conditions this week are excellent for salmon fishing. And we know there's salmon in the river. Jason Curtis from Upper Blackville caught a nice 12-pounder last Sunday, May 31st. And we've had reports of people seeing fish also. I haven't heard too many reports of other than that catching them, but we know they're there. And the sea run trout are now moving well up into the southwest Miramichi. A couple of our directors caught some nice trout yesterday above Boys Town. So, and again, the water levels are actually excellent for angling right now. We don't have any index traps because of COVID-19. DFO doesn't have the index traps installed, and I'm not even sure if they're going to be installed this summer. So we won't be able to know exactly what's going up the river this year. It'll be more on what's reported. So water conditions are good. Last week we had the really warm weather, 30 plus degrees here for several days in a row. And the water had been cold before that. So we had cold, wet spring and then hot weather. Well, that really triggered the striped bass spawning. And last week, I guess over 3 or 4 days, I know I was out Friday night, it was just massive spawning. The water was boiling really, and we were just cruising with the boat. There were so many bass that they were hitting the boat, we had to turn around and go back. So then it turned cool Sunday night and everything stopped. So a lot of bass would have spawned and maybe left the system, but the cooler water kind of slowed everything down this week, and it was windy. A lot of people didn't see much spawning. But today, 28, warm again tomorrow, we should see another final blast of striped bass spawning. And of course, the number of boats decreased as well. I mean, this was a traffic jam out here last week. Now this week, the number of boats out is a lot less. But don't worry, you can still get a kick at the cat this weekend. When it comes to our field programs, we're just wrapping up our smolt collection and our smolt assessment on the northwest and little southwest. So we just took the wheels out of the northwest, little southwest this week, and actually we captured a fair number of smolts. Again, until we do the math, whether it's a good run or not, we don't know, because we have two new locations, and you put a trap there. It's what percent are you catching? And the way we do that is we tag smolts and release them upstream. So if we release 100 and we get 3, then we know we're catching 3% of the fish going by. But so until we get that all figured out, we won't know what the run strength is. But we caught lots of smolts, and so we should be able to get a good assessment. And then over on the Dungarvan and the southwest Miramichi, we're actually collecting smolts for future brood stock, for a big stocking program for there. Those wheels are still there. It's the end of the season. We're hoping to get a few more, but it doesn't look good. So they'll probably come out this weekend. We're also doing a striped bass spawning survey, and we've been down to the Tavis and Tack and did a survey there, and we did find little striped bass larvae in May, so we know there was some spawning occurred there. Our biologist is out today surveying the northwest and the southwest Miramichi to see what state we're at. So that is ongoing. And we did do a survey, and we're still looking at the results of the survey. But one of the things that we wanted to find out is most New Brunswickers do not realize what state the salmon is in. A lot of people don't know that we're in a crisis with our salmon returns. And once the question was asked if, that this is a fact, most New Brunswickers are 100% behind doing something about it. everyone wants to see the salmon restored. So that was a kind of a wake-up call for us, is that we need to get the message out there about how bad the conditions are, not only on the Miramichi but elsewhere as well. So we got to make New Brunswickers aware of the situation of the salmon. So part of the smolt collection for us is to get brood stock so that we can ramp up the stocking program to try to restore the runs. So I want to mention again that our annual general meeting is going to be held on Saturday, June the 27th at 10 o'clock. And this is going to be a virtual meeting. You can join in by Zoom. So most members would have received an email, if you have one, for you to register to attend. So it's open to all of our members. And if you didn't get an email by any chance, you can just go to our website. But you need to register so that we don't get hacked on their Zoom calls. So you register and you give them a password so that if you want to join that annual meeting, you can sign in. And the June the 12th, for those people that do register, we're going to send out a package by email again with all the details of how to join the meeting at that time. So one of the things that I just started this past week is our new online auction. And the response has been very good. We're quite, we're very pleased with the response we're getting. So there's some great things on there, from tours of the Christmas Mountains, a trout fishing trip at Big Sister Lake, day fishing at Wilson's sporting camps, a trip to the famous White Birch Lodge where Ted Williams fished all the time he was on the Miramichi. We have a trip to Doctor's Island and Blackville and Campbell's Pool. We also have some great artwork and some real collector's items on our website. So if you're interested, take a look. You might find something that you really like. So this auction closes on June the 15th. And some of these trips are meant to be taken right away. So we're focusing in on New Brunswickers for these fishing trips, since the borders are closed to visitors. But as soon as this auction is over, we're going to have another one, and we'll have more exciting trips, some newer ones, and maybe even the borders will be open from people from outside the province by then that you might be able to participate in. Okay, so take a look at our online auction, and remember our weekly toonie draw if you want to participate in that. And really, what a beautiful time of the year to go out on the river. I know there's some bright salmon around. You might get a sea run trout, but give it a try. Take care.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on that notification bell so you can stay up to date with everything happening here at the MSA.